Hello, and welcome to the Cryptic Commander. You can go ahead and check us out over on Facebook, check us out here on YouTube, or you can check out the Cryptic Commander podcast anywhere you can listen to podcasts. Go ahead and check out our subsidiary group, the Magic the Gathering Player Group. And if you like what you're seeing, we'd appreciate it if you subscribe. Go ahead and hit that bell so you get a notification every time we upload a new video, and hit that like button. If you'd like to comment down below about what kind of future content you would like to see, that would be amazing. Anyway, today we're going to jump into an Arena Cube draft. Personally, my favorite format is draft. The fact that everybody is at an even playing field. You are essentially, everybody comes in, you crack open your packs, you take your picks, and you get to play a game. It's not like you're stepping to a table where somebody spent thousands of dollars and you only spent $10, $20, $50 on your deck, and it's an unfair disadvantage. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and jump in to Arena Cube. We're not going to do traditional. There's less games and also less prizes available. Anyways, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm new here to the Cryptic Commander. My name is Luna, and I'm going to be doing some video streaming and here on YouTube. We really appreciate y'all watching, y'all participating in what we do. We love Magic the Gathering here at the Cryptic Commander, and for me personally, this is my favorite game in the world. I'd rather be playing Magic than any other game. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this once the table is completely ready. Alright, I have not played this cube since they last had it, so definitely gonna have to move it around. Okay, so Gurk is definitely somewhere good to start. Eldest Reborn is fantastic. I'm personally a huge fan of removal. There's also another removal spell, pretty good. You know what? There's a lot of black. There's also here Gurk. So Gurk might be a really good small effect that we have just a Planeswalker to start us off. But I really like the Eldest Reborn. Since it's discard, hand hate, and we get to put a creature card from a graveyard, whether ours or opponents. So I'm stuck between Gurk or hitting the Eldest Reborn, but I think we're going to just start off with the, you know what? No, I'm going with, so I'm a little bit, so it can buff a creature, it can make a creature token, and it also, whenever at your end step, you can search for your, you know what? Yeah, let's start off with Gurk. We're going to head into green. Alright, so we don't have a lot of green cards here. We could grab a way to give our creatures trample. Also some artifact, hate. Kind of want to go with the Angel. Just another really good card. It's also life gain and we did buff up things. So I think what I'm going to do is actually, yeah, let's either, I'm going to go with the Angel or I'm going to go with the Rex Sage. Is the Spider to be able to hit on turn 1 to have a creature. Also treasure map to be able to, you know what? It's like, yeah, let's go with the treasure map. It can give us a little bit of card advantage, and also can give us some treasure tokens. So here, so I'm not seeing a lot of green at all. It's a little unfortunate. Do you see a kill spell, a way to give things extra damage? Honestly, I'm thinking of switching things up and just grabbing Settle the Wreckage. I think that's what direction I'm going to go into. Still pack 1, things are undecided. Okay, so Rankle. It's definitely something we already... Okay, so I think probably the best bet would either go into Approach, try to do a little more of a control deck. It's only the one of we're going to see, and also Scavenging Ooze, but honestly, I kind of feel like going to Approach, but that would be smart, is to grab the Skoos. I'm going to be able to go with Gurk, and we have to Settle the Wreckage. You know what, let's try Approaching. Alright, so as far as creatures, we're really low on creatures. We're going to go ahead and grab Basri. Since Basri does give us protection from multicolors, that is useful. It also gives counters. Alright, so out of all of these, I want to grab here. Ronus. Alright, so we're going to play... So here's a little bit of counterintuitive with Approach, but we not play Approach. I would like to, but we might not. We do have some big creatures, but we need to start building up creatures. So we have Basri, and we have Ronus, which is dependent on having 4 power, 4 toughness or more. So there's nothing really here to help us except maybe Overgrown Tomb. We can also take Wilderness Reclamation. This is sorcery speed, so that's not helpful. I got another Planeswalker. I think, yeah, Overgrown Tomb is probably just our best bet to grab. So we're going to need some more creatures, definitely. And we're not seeing a whole lot. We're not really into tokens. Let's grab this. So I think we're going to grab Maze Mind. Try to give us some more advantage. Unfortunately, our creatures are not... We're not seeing them. So Eldest Reborn is back. A Gifted Aetherborn. We do have a way to splash into... I don't want to play 3 colors, but honestly, it's either Gifted Aetherborn or Eldest Reborn, because we're going to have to change things up. We're not really seeing open in green or in white. So I'm going to actually... Yeah, let's grab... You know what? We're going to go back to our pack 1, pick 1. Originally, I was going to go in the direction. So I'm going to grab Eldest Reborn. I'm going to have to probably grab some more removal. This is a 5-drop. We're not going to be cycling, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the 1-drop. We'll grab another kill spell. Could probably be smart to grab this, but I'm just going to go with the kill spell. And I guess Doom Foretold or Wilt. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and grab Doom Foretold. It's pushing a lot of different directions, but I need to figure out and consolidate to exactly which direction we're going with. Alright, so we have a way to bring something back from the graveyard to the battlefield. So we do some reanimation stuff. We also have, this is not going to be very good, so let's go ahead and grab the reanimation card. And the only land we might play is right there. And Cauldron. Okay, so black was definitely more open. Okay, so Basri, that was a good one to see. There's also Thragtusk, which is good. There's the 1-drop, the Bomet Carrier, but I think I'm going to go with the Basri. Because we don't have a really synergistic draft right now, unfortunately. We got some kill spells, we got some creatures. Okay, so another counters matters, and also it's definitely going to be helpful. So we're going to go ahead and go there. So I'm going to put lands down here. So I'd love to be able to pick up Hydroid Crisis, but we're not in that direction. The Aerial Responder is a great card. Demonic Embrace is good. Legion's Landing, though, it's a 1-drop, and it can also give us some creatures later on. We do have Llanowar, which is definitely a ramp card. If we want to do an approach, we need some things to be able to hit with. The issue right now I'm seeing is the lack of synergisticness. So we might be playing full-on Abzan, and if we're playing full-on Abzan, we need some creatures. It would probably be smart to grab the Cultivate, just because we're in multiple colors, but I really like the Knight. Yeah, Cultivate's probably our smartest move here. Okay. The Iron Games, so we can get a creature. If you draw a card, you will create a you may cast convert max 5 or less. You know, let's go ahead and go with the kill spell. I don't know how this deck is going to do. It's a little worrisome. We got some good creatures. We got some different stuff going on. The issue is we're going in so many different directions. I need to be able to bring it back together. We got something to do in 1 and 2, but then we also have removal. So we have to figure out, are we splashing a color? Because right now it looks like green or white. We're just splashing. All right, and to be able to see the biggin right here, I definitely like seeing that. Okay, so definitely going to lean more into a black. So we got Gilded Goose. Okay, so this could be useful. When it attacks, you may exert it. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under control, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Okay, that's useful. That's late game, though. Get a land, be able to blow some stuff up. But honestly, I think the direction I want to go is get the creature. Fauna Shaman is useful. We do have to discard something. We don't have something huge, but this could give us a way to go with Unburial Rites. But for now, I think I just want to go ahead and grab that to bring it small. Enters the battlefield. If a permanent you control left the battlefield is turned. Okay. This is another reanimation. We're not really too big into the reanimation. I think I just want to grab the kill spell, or I want to grab the land. This will do Hand Hate as well. So we're going in so many different directions. I think the land is the most useful. But the next best pick is probably Elspeth's Nightmare, since we're going to have to change some things up. So actually, let's go with Elspeth's Nightmare. Okay, so I love to be able to go into that direction. But essentially, I think I'm going to go with Vraska. Yeah, I think I'm going with Vraska. Alright, Mouth to feed. It can create a creature. It can also give us some draw. We can go with the 1-drop. So we're going to go a little more into white, it looks like. We're probably just going straight up Abzan. Alright, so the only card we can really play is either Ratchet Bomb or Start to Finish. I think I'm going to go with Ratchet Bomb. I am very surprised this card is still here. Out of mana fixing, we're definitely going to need that. Alright, the only playable we have is right here. And I don't want Blooming Marsh. We could use another creature. I think Blooming Marsh is the direction we need to go. And then we'll take the land, and we'll take the reanimation spell. Hopefully we can see something big. So either take Llanowar Elves, the Rise, even the Cats might be smart. We could always go with Concealed Courtyard, but I think we want to go with the Elves. Bringing back our creatures, we're able to put some counter things. The issue is with Ronus, we're not really a reanimation deck, which is going to hurt us a little bit. Okay, so once upon a time could be useful. We're not trying to self-mill ourselves. This could be a plan. We could also just go with a Wrath. Not control, but we can also go with a counter, since we do have a few ways to put counters on things. It does come down in turn 3. Mana fixing, it could be a big creature. Honestly, so for me, I'm between the Wrath, putting counters, or just mana fixing. Since we are going to be going in 3 different colors, it would also be beneficial with Ronus. So we have the Beanstalk Giant. This does make things smaller, but also we aren't a complete counter strategy. So I think Beanstalk Giant's probably our best bet there. Right, I would love to be able to pull off Teferi. We don't have something to combo off with this, so we're going to go ahead and take the Rider. But the Demonic Pack, we're not trying to go Demonic Pack. We're going to go with the Rider. So we could either play get the Serpent, Bloodchief's Thirst, or Ashiok. I think the best Serpent, since we're in 3 different colors. Also, there is the Mech Godzilla, but Serpent has protection from multicolor, and it is a counter strategy. Okay, so Ulamog. Alright, so we have a few ways. So we have a few ways. We can bring back for more, or we can barely write. So Ulamog, and we're going to try to reanimate. So I don't think we're going to play Approach now. Go a little more into an animation direction, but we are going to play, I guess, a form of mid-range, or we might have to go aggro, because we got some big we don't have a bunch of big creatures going on. And this is, unless another creature control has with power 4 or more. So this Ronus is dependent on creatures. So we do have Ulamog. I don't know if we're going to cast that, but we can definitely try on Burial Rites or Back for More into it. Play a little bit more of a control deck. So we can Lotus Field to try to get something. Kill spell a creature that we can keep bringing back. Ramp, but we also have. So this, I think, is just the best bet to go with the Bantu. Our deck's looking a little weird right now, but I think we can pull it off. Okay. So this is a solid 1-drop. It's Graveyard Matters. Field of the Dead, but I think I'm just going to go with the Kondu. That would look more like an aggro deck. It might be just splashing black for the kill spells. We do have Hornet Queen, a board wipe. Also away from Artifact and Enchantment Hate. I think either going with Thrashing Brontodon or Dante's Vanguard. We have quite a few 2-drops. But going in this direction, we also have really a way to deal with the artifacts and enchantments. Our 3-drop slot is there. Actually, have a lot more than I realized. So yeah, let's go ahead and go with it. What did we get? I have no idea what we got. Go ahead and grab the land. I have no idea what we just got. I guess protection spell? Yeah, we'll go with the protection spell or the Crawling Barrens. That gives us some late game threat. There is Blood Artist, but yeah, I think the protection spell is probably the best. Don't want Demonic Pact. We can't play anything else here. Let's go ahead and grab the land. So Ashiok or the land, we'll go ahead and go grab Ashiok. Feed the Swarm, good removal. Mana fixing. We did go a little bit in a bunch of different directions, and hopefully I can consolidate this into something doable. I don't know how much green we're actually going to play. Okay, so Field of the Dead. So how are we going to build this deck? I'm not quite sure. A lot of our green did not come up. So I'm going to go ahead and just clear out the entire deck. Sorry about the clicking. Alright, so what is our best bet? So I think would be, well, you might be going in, I don't know, this direction. So honestly, Settle the Wreckage is a solid card. Approach is a win condition. We do have kill spells. Black is mainly just there for kill spells, because kill spell, kill spell, kill spell, kill spell, 2 big creatures and a kill spell, reanimation, kill spell. And then for green, we have some smaller creatures, mana fixing, and Ronus, but Ronus isn't synergistic. I might have messed up this draft, but we do have a way to bring stuff back from the graveyard. As far as I think I want to build more of an aggro strategy now that I look at this, so I tried building aggro. Okay, so do we have anything with 4 or more? We do have ways to put counters on things right here. So it might be useful to play Ronus, but we have such little green stuff actually going on. I might just splash into green since we have Vraska. But I do want to, let's just bring in all the kill spells. Clear out the lands. And yeah. And then as far as kill spell and kill spell, okay, so we're going to bring in the 2 big creatures. And so from here, we're definitely black-white, but so we're going to be able to play this as a black card. Grabbed Ulamog for reanimation, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Ulamog there, and splashing in, we're splashing green. There, so we're going to splash some green in. We have the lands to be able to deal with it. Or am I building this deck completely wrong? So you know what? I'm going to restart the build. Apologize to everyone, but I want to go, I think I want to go with removals first. To figure out exactly what direction I'm going, because we have, okay, so Chainer Edict, Feed the Swarm, Elspeth's Nightmare, Murderous Rider, okay, so Eldest Reborn, and Urgos Intervention. So now we have mainly our removal spells. And we have another removal spell here in Vraska. 3 or less, though. So our mana fixing is here. As far as I'm looking at this, we have a removal package that has 8 cards. I think I want to then go ahead and grab the 2 bombs there. And then go ahead and grab the smaller creature package. And then I think Approach actually just might have to go into this deck. And then we had Doom Foretold, something we can use to blow up our opponent's stuff. I definitely want Stonecoil Serpent. So Ratchet Bomb, put a counter, destroy each non permanent. Yeah, so this is a miniature board wipe. We can turn through our deck a little bit. Give us some mana fixing. We have 2 cards left. We have our small creatures coming in. We have our kill spells. We're able to dig through our deck a little bit with Maze Mine Tome and Treasure Map. Ratchet Bomb's a mini board wipe. We have our removal. So we're lacking on creatures, essentially. We only have 9 creatures, which is hurting. Okay, so I'll bring in Ashiok. It may not be a creature. Actually, I think I'm building this deck wrong again. So we'll have early game creatures, and we have removal spells. We have way to dig into the deck, and we have another removal. Bastard can build things up. Then we have removal, big creature, way to mill stuff, but I think the milling thing might be in the wrong direction. Board wipe, Doom Foretold. Approach. So right now, it's pretty much what's going on is we have a bunch of removal. Doom Foretold might be wrong for this deck, if I'm looking at it. It would be blowing stuff up, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to approach. So we're trying to clear out the board. Essentially, we're trying to make it so our opponent can't play things. We can blow stuff up and eventually hit to approach. So if we're trying to hit to approach, we need creatures to be able to back it up. And also removal. So actually, Ashiok goes back in. We have one more card that we can put in this. So we're early game, we're bringing in creatures. Then we have the kill spells. Be able to dig through our deck. Get Bastard out to get counters, all of them. So we can make some creatures, kill spells, biggin, mill on our opponent. We have a way to get some creatures out, blow our stuff up. Just Doom Foretold seems like it might not be the best bet in this deck, but I'm kind of confident about it. And then we do have a way to get Eldest Reborn off. But if we were to put back to more, unless we put it in the, do we put it in the deck? Where is it? The reanimation spell. Yeah, right here. If we do Unburial Rites, add back to more, and then we put in Ulamog, but I might be stretching to put Ulamog in this, but it's just beneficial, because essentially we're an approach deck. That's what we're trying to do. So I don't think we're trying to reanimate. And if I'm looking at this, we got a solid removal package. We got some creatures coming in early game. We're splashing 1 green card, which is not a big problem. If we're splashing a green card, the best bet might actually to just go, to play our Mana Fixer. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go ahead and put in our lands. So we do want the 1 Overgrown Tomb, and I guess we'll also go in the Blooming Marsh. Since we're splashing 1 Vraska, and then the Courtyard. And for as much lands, we only need 1 forest then. Yeah, the 1 forest. And I think this is the way to go, except we need to cut 1 card. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we need 6 white sources. So I think we can cut plains. But I need to go ahead and count. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we do need a lot more black sources. Because essentially we need 7 swamps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a plain. Since we do have 3 more black sources, I think we're fine this way. If we lose, I can always go back to the drawing board. But I think this is the way we want to do it. We got kill spells, we got early creatures going in, we have our win condition and approach. I guess how I should have started things off was gone in the more direction of I grabbed the Eldest Reborn, and we could have picked up those removal spells along the way. Probably went in a more of black direction, would have been more useful. I wanted to go into aggro, but the issue is a lot of the green cards kept getting picked up. Alright, so we're playing against the Blade Singer. If you like what you're seeing so far, go ahead and hit that subscription button. Let's go ahead and subscribe. We would really appreciate it. And then if you'd like to be the first to see videos that we upload, go ahead and hit that bell so you get a notification every time we upload a new video. Then go ahead and hit a like on this video if you really like it. We would appreciate it. Go ahead and comment down below about what kind of content you'd like to see in the future. And then don't forget to check out the Cryptic Commander podcast. You can watch that and listen to that anywhere you can find a podcast and listen to your podcasts. And then don't forget to check us out over on Facebook at the Cryptic Commander. And then our subsidiary group, the Magic the Gathering player group. That would be amazing. Go check them out as well. All right, so we're definitely going to be attacking here. As far as we can put down our Maze Mine Tomb, or we can put down treasure map. What I actually think I want to do is let's get the treasure map down for now. Because next turn we're either going to be playing Maze Mine or we're going to Elspeth's Nightmare. Realistically, we're in Elspeth's Nightmare because they're looking at their smaller creatures to come down. So, okay, so yeah, we can definitely... Can we deal with that? No, power 2 or less, so that is unfortunate. I'm going to go ahead and play Maze Mine Tomb. Go ahead. Do we want... Yeah, we're going to first activate this. So we're going to tap to scry for this. Okay, Rotting Register. We're definitely going to leave that there. Alright, so we're not going to attack, and we're just going to pass. It's unfortunate. I really don't want to waste this scry, but it could get a landmark counter on it, and we do have an extra card up. Oh, they're going to Savage Stomp us. That's not good. We're just going to have to take it. So next turn, we're going to be playing a Rotting Regisaur, essentially. Got that. So yeah, let's go ahead. We're going to scry. Let's see what we got. So the land, we don't need that, so we'll put that to the bottom. Play the Rotting Regisaur. We'll go ahead and we'll scry again. So land, it is a tapped land, but we also don't have our green source. So yeah, I'm definitely going to keep that. So them attacking into our dinosaur is not going to be helpful to them. Unless, okay, so we're going to discard our swamp. I'm going to submit that. We go ahead and we kind of need Bantu, so we're going to have to pay the 2 life. And then we're going to go ahead and play Bantu. We're going to lose out on our Elspeth's Nightmare, but would rather do that than Bantu. So enter the battlefield, sacrifice any number of other permanents and draw a card. We're going to submit 0, and then we're going to go swinging the Rotting Regisaur. And then we're able to hold off the scry. Because we're not... Yeah, let's hold off the scry until the end of our opponent's turn. Because right now, they're looking at either taking 7... Oh, they're just going to take the 7, because we do have a God with Menace. We're going to end the turn. End of their turn, we'll scry, because the last thing we want to do is draw into a land. Unfortunately, we are going to lose out on our Elspeth's Nightmare. Okay, so Questing Beast. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Okay, so here, I want to be able to get rid of some stuff. Put it into 3rd from the top, so we can get this back. I want to be able to take out their Questing Beast. We're going to pass the blockers, and we're going to block. We'll take the 6, but we don't want the Questing Beast to stay up and stop our Regisaur. So we're going to take that action. Okay, so now we're going to definitely scry. Hope we can get a kill spell. No, so we got Ashiok. Ashiok's in a little bit of a weird situation. We don't really need Ashiok. So I'm going to put that at the bottom. Perfect. This could be painful, but it's a sorcery speed. So yeah, we're definitely going to do that. So we're out of cards in our hand. We're drawing into Bantu, so we're going to go ahead and hit them. We're going to end our turn. So we already know what's on top. We're not going to be able to activate this, essentially. I mean, it's a free scry, so we can. I'm not trying to draw it so we can get Bantu. So they're going to make their creature. Pass to attackers, they're not going to attack. We're going to take the turn. So we're going to draw. We're going to go ahead and play this out. And let's go ahead and scry. Wait, no. So, no, we're not going to... Okay, so other permanents. Okay, so I misread that. I thought it was only creatures. So essentially we got the win here. We're going to submit 0. We're going to go ahead and scry. Get our last counter. We're going to gain some life. We don't need the land. So we're going to go ahead and put that down there. Then we're going to go ahead and attack. This can give something plus up and trample, but we're fine with taking the damage. They need to live. So they're going to block. Also makes it so we can guarantee get through with our menace. So, because now we have... Okay, so they're scooping. We're going to be able to treasure map, but also essentially we had our 2 big creatures coming in and hitting them. Pulling that Feed the Swarm on we did was huge. Alright, we're leveling up, we're getting some packs. Alright, we're going on to the next one. If you like what you're seeing, we'd appreciate it if you subscribe, and then go ahead and hit that bell so you can get a notification every time we upload new videos. And again, if you like what you're seeing, we'd appreciate it if you hit that like button. Go ahead and comment down below what kind of content you'd like to see in the future. Don't forget to check out the Cryptic Commander podcast. It's an easy on the ears podcast all about a game that we all love, Magic the Gathering. And you can find that anywhere you listen to your podcasts. It's the Cryptic Commander. And then don't forget to check out our Facebook group, the Cryptic Commander. And then we have a subsidiary group over at Facebook. Go ahead and check them out, the Magic the Gathering player group. All right, so what we're going to do is I think we're keeping this. We got Tron activated. We got Approach. It's going to be sticking in our hand for a while. Backstreet is not very useful. Actually, this might not be a good hand for the simple fact we do have Vraska we can come down. We have Backstreet, but it's creature dependent. We do have a removal spell. We're holding our win condition. So we can play out. We can play Bassray. I'm going to try it out. As long as we can draw a creature that we can play on turn 1 or turn 2, we'll be fine. Okay, so we've got Murderous Rider, so we're going to go ahead and play our fast land. Next turn, probably we're going to just have to chain or Edict. Yeah, you're going to have to sacrifice that. So we're hoping that they don't play another creature, and they did. Okay, so probably they'll sacrifice that if we have them do that. Or, I guess, so we could play our own Sky. Yeah, we're going to play our own Sky. The next turn we'll come down with Bastard Cat, we'll put a counter on it, and it gets indestructible. Hopefully we can draw another land, and hoping it's a black source. So they're going to be able to pump up whatever we attack, so we're not going to block, since they're going to be able to pump up the jams for defense. So they have something to play then. So we're going to be able to play out a creature. So yeah, we're definitely going to play out our Bassray. Unfortunately, though, whenever one or more creatures you control attack this turn, create that many. So we'd only be able to create another token, and it would not be beneficial. So we need to definitely pump this up. And that might have been the wrong play, but essentially what I want to do next turn is get out Vraska. We're going to have to hold back and be defensive. This can buff itself up, but if we're being defensive, we can deal with the Selfless Savior. They can pump this up. Okay, so they're going to do 4 damage to it. Okay. So realistically, they're going to attack all out in Basri and pump with the Goblin. What would be smart to do is to pump first. Oh, Enforcements. Okay, so yeah. Unfortunately, probably Basri is down for the count. That is not good, but it happens. So we're in a very precarious situation. So Bantu is not going to be helpful. We can force him to sack something, or we can destroy something. We're just going to have to use Vraska essentially as a kill spell. We're going to get rid of that. We're just going to have to start blowing things up. We need a second black source. Let's swing something at Vraska. Make it so we don't lose a whole bunch of life. we're going to lose one less life. All right, we're going to force them to sack something. So Blooming Marsh. Make them sack. Target player will sack. Fortunately, right now, we are just going to be taking... they're able to activate this, so they have another creature. We can play it for 7, but at that point, we wanted to play Approach the Second Sun. So right now, we're taking 4, going down to 3. We do have Bantu, which is coming down. And that's what we're going to have to play, is Bantu. But they do have another creature. We can't really chance losing 2 life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we have a 7th land, we can pull off the Second Sun. Not going to sacrifice any permanents. If we can pull a 2nd land off next turn, we'll be fine. The issue is, honestly, I think we're dead now that I think about it. GG. Yeah, we're just straight up dead. Because we can't stop anything. Okay, so that was the game. It happens. Deeds got us. So I guess they were just straight up pretty much aggro. We were a little bit behind. It was a little bit painful, but by the time they were able to activate their Castle Ardenvale every turn, we're going to be behind in the battle. The best shot we had, essentially, was drawing I don't know why I can't think of it. It's a 4-drop, and your opponent will exile all of their attacking creatures. 2 lands, I guess we'll keep it. Because as long as we can draw into a 3rd source, we'll be fine. Fortunately, our opponent is showing blue, so they're going to have counter spells probably. We did get a Maze Mind Tome, which will be able to help us scry into our land. Alright, 2 blue, our opponent played something. So I'm going to hope to be able to get off this Maze Mind's Tome. We can't get the Maze Mind off, then I doubt they would want to use it. Okay, so they used the counterspell for it. Alright, so we did not get our 3rd land. So our opponent might be oops all counters. Or just complete control. Okay. So now that they played that out, I guess, yeah, just pay the 2 life and then go ahead and play the Rotting Regisaur. If they don't have the counter spell, they might have a way to pacify it or exile it. But essentially, okay, so Tezzy. So they're an artifact deck. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to have to discard a card. Whenever it dies or is put into exile from the battlefield. So that's going to be helpful. We can gain some life here, deal with that, and hit them. We need to keep up our kill spells, but essentially, I think, honestly, I don't want to lose Bantu, but I think that's what I got to do, is submit losing Bantu. We don't have a land, but we will destroy this, essentially. And then I'm going to have to hit Tezzeret to make it so they can't create any more blockers. So then they are on a 3-turn clock. Next turn, we're going to be able to take something out. We're definitely taking out a counter spell. As far as what I'm discarding next, I'm not sure what to do. Okay, Wrath. Not going to have to worry about that. Alright, so we're definitely going to take Yorion out. Wait, it's non-creature, non-land. We're dressing, my bad. So we just know we got a Yorion to face. All I can really... I mean, we're going to have to hold up a kill spell. We're not going to be able to kill spell that. We don't have anything to play. This isn't instant speed. So is this, but essentially we're just kind of not in the best spot. They got a Yorion that's coming down, but we can Murderous Rite it. So they're not going to Murderous Rite it. Like, let us do that. So now they got a lot of ramp, and unfortunately I think they got an Ulamog coming up. Okay, so there we go. So we're not going to be able to get off our white source like we would like to right away. It's going to be tapped, but we can't hold up our Murderous Rider since all they have to do is Yorion. Since all they have is Yorion. Yeah, we're going to play it. They do have the mana for counter spells, but So gonna have to wait to see what they do. If they flicker, they're not gonna want to. Okay, so they didn't flicker some stuff. So we're gonna pass. Okay, so you know what? I gotta go for it. They do have counter mana up, but I had to. I just had to chance it. Gotta risk it for the biscuit sometimes. So these are all on 3. But what I want to do, I guess, actually play out the creatures right now. Be able to get, since I know they don't have to counter spells. These being on 3, those are technically 0, I think, but they also know they're copies. Alright, so I'm going to tick up a Vraska and not sack anything. Decline, and then we're going to go ahead and go swinging. Yeah, we're not going to play anything out. So they're going to go searching. We can essentially force them to sacrifice a creature or a planeswalker. And that's going to realistically be their wall. Or can we blow it up? So convert it up. Non-land permanent. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely going to blow that up. So we're going to first play here. A Ratchet Bomb. Put a counter on Ratchet Bomb. So we're going to want it up to 3. And we're going to destroy this. Wait, no, push the wrong button. Alright, so we're going up. So next, we're going to want to gain up that life and all attacks. Okay. So they're going to be able to build up the defender. I could force them to sacrifice it. They would be able to have counter magic up, but I don't know if they're going to. So we're going to try to see if we can get them to sacrifice their land. I mean, not their land, their wall, because they counter that. Okay, so they're not. So they're going to sacrifice it. We're going to be able to hit them for a lot. So first I'm going to plus this up so that next turn I can just ultimate. Yeah, we're going to gain some more life. We're going to all attack them. And then go ahead and we'll pump up Ratchet Bomb because we want to get it to 3, essentially, so we can blow up all of their extra land sources. Mana sources. They're going to gain that life, which is not a problem. We're facing them down to the lethal next turn. Because we just ultimate Vraska. Unless they have the board wipe, we're fine. Yeah, we just ultimate Vraska and then go swinging. Okay, so we'll pop down the land. Okay, each opponent discards a card. It's the only card in their hand they got to discard. So we don't know what they're discarding, but essentially what we do is we just ultimate Vraska. No, I guess you're going to be stuck in like that. No, we'll let him have it. And that's GG's. So we'll play our land, put a counter on Ratchet Bomb, and then we're going to all-out attack. Oh, I guess we'll make everything's lethal. No matter what they do, everything's lethal. Alright, so that is the game. Do they have a way to block another one? Make another one? Because this is still before blockers. If they do before blockers, so we're just going to have to do it. So we have to... Target creature gets -X, yeah. Select value, so just in case they don't have anything. So yeah, we're going to pay 2. And we'll go here. So they have 1 less blocker. Auto pay it, and that's GG's. don't know what our opponents... I guess they're still deciding blockers, but all we have to do is hit them with one creature. So Murderous Rider for the win. Alright. Going on to the next game. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We really would appreciate it here at the Cryptic Commander. And go ahead and hit that bell so you get a notification every time we upload new videos. And if you like what you saw, we really would appreciate that like. Go ahead and comment down below about what kind of videos you would like to see in the future. And then don't forget to check out our podcast, the Cryptic Commander Podcast. You can listen to that anywhere where you listen to your podcasts. And go ahead and check out our Facebook group over on Facebook at the Cryptic Commander. And then we have a subsidiary group that we work with. They're a Magic the Gathering player group. Go ahead and check them out. We'd really appreciate it. Alright, so we got our approach. We have Luminarch for turn 2 and Bassery. We don't have a green source, but I think that's fine. We're going to just play out our white source. Next turn we'll swamp Luminarch. Yeah, so swamp Luminarch, put a counter on that. And we'll hit them for 3 next turn as long as you don't have a blocker or a burn spell. Might have a kill spell. Yeah, so only got a Death Toucher, so that is somewhat a problem. So, and has Afterlife, so I do think, actually, I just want to go swinging in. It's unfortunate that that happened, but yeah, the best bet for me is just to go swinging. And then we'll go ahead and play this for 3. Since we play it for 3, and it has Reach and Trample. So now we can deal with their flyer. Alright, so next turn we'll just play out our Bassery's Lieutenant. We have Settle the Wreckage up, which will be good. So we will block, but they can... This can deal 1 damage to any target, so no blocks. Okay, so next, Bassery's Lieutenant. Enters battlefield, put a counter on target creature you control. Yeah, so go ahead and put it here. We'll go all up swinging. And essentially, Bassery is unblockable right now. It has protection from multicolor, and it can't be blocked by either of their creatures. Hopefully we can draw a few more lands. Next, if we can get another white source, we can settle. If we get a black or a green source, we'll definitely play Bantu, but I would love to be able to have mana for settle. At the same time, I would like to keep drawing lands so we can just approach. We wanted to be an approach deck. We haven't approached yet. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, ooh, that was a good one. Pretty much essentially what's going on is if you cast Approach the second sun, you gain 7 life and you put it 7th from the top. But at the second time you cast it, whether it resolves or not, you are able to get a game win right off the bat. Alright, so we're going to have to play Bantu. Fortunately, no attacks. So they're going to be discarding stuff, but we have to be able to deal with this. Essentially what I'm going to have to do is put Bantu in front of it, and then whenever Bassery Lieutenant or another creature clone dies that had a 1/1 counter on it, create a 2/2 white knight. So yeah, what I'm going to do is go ahead and block here and block here. How about we play this in the graveyard if they have enough lands? If I can get another land, that would be amazing, but I can't chance the Routing Register doing a bunch of damage to me. So we're going to go ahead. Actually, I think, do we just take the 8? Yeah, we just take the 8 for now, or double block here. No, I'm going to go ahead and double block. I have to decide which one is going to die, but they can use Judith to do 2 more damage and completely board wipe us. Unfortunately. Well, no, the Stone Coil Serpent will still be up, and it has protection from multicolors. Okay, So, yeah, they're going to have 2 damage up, so probably... Oh, no, they can't hit Basri. So, yeah, we're going to put that third from the top. So it has protection for multicolor. I completely forgot about that. So now we're going to take the 2 damage. Next turn, we go... Oh, okay, so yeah, that's how they're going to deal with it. So we're going to have to go swinging. But they do have Foulmare Knight. So we only have 6. Unfortunately, we're just going to end up taking the 2 damage from the Foulmare Knight. I would like to be able to... Oh, well, that's not good. Rankle in the rankle. So we're at a disadvantage. So I haven't seen a second white source. Need that second white source. Very badly. Alright, so definitely going to block Master of Pranks. And we're going to take the 2. If we can draw a second land, that would be amazing. Oh, okay, did not get a green source. Next turn we're going to have Bantu come down, but this turn we're taking 4 damage minimum. They'll play their... Yeah, they're going to probably play the card they have highlighted. I don't want to highlight it. Yeah, they're Earthshaker Kenra. Fortunate, but they have it. So we are dead in 2 turns unless we can get Settle Mana. The issue is we know Bantu is coming up. So we're down to 3. Bantu's here. We can play Bantu, but we are in a bit of a pinch since we have to block. Actually, that's just GG's. Yeah, unfortunately, that's GG's. We did not get our land. We didn't see our second white source, and we never saw a green source. That happens sometimes. Downside of being a 3-color deck, but we do only have 1 green card in this deck. But as far as not seeing a second white source the entire game, that was painful. So Magic is a game of variance, and different things happen. Sometimes you draw the cards you need, sometimes you don't ever see the cards you need. There's a little bit of luck to it, but at the same time, like I said, Magic is a game of variance. It's going to be different every time you play it. Alright, so we got 3 lands. We do not have our black source at all, so this is going to be very painful. We have to mulligan this. We have our Tron assembled. We're probably going to have to put Basri down at the bottom, as much as I don't want to do that, because we got Routing Register and 2 removal spells, but this is also a 5-drop, but we will have to discard stuff once we have Routing Register down, so I'm keeping the 6. We do need a second white source for Basri, so essentially it'll just be a dead card in our hand. So go ahead and play that out. It's going to enter tapped. The next turn we'll play our Concealed Courtyard. And yeah, we're going to play this for 2. So now we have that coming down. We're going to hit our opponent for 2, but then we're going to have 9 power facing them down in our next turn. So we're definitely going to force them to sack that, or do we just... Yeah, we're going to hold off on that, and we're just going to force them to sack it, and then we're going to go ahead and hit them for 2. Next turn we'll play our land, and then we'll play the Routing Register. Force them to deal with it. So we have to deal with the Routing Register. If they don't, then we're going and swinging. You're going to definitely have to discard the land. I would like to keep the Eldest Reborn in hand, if at all possible. Alright, so that was nice to see. So we're going to be able to make them... We're going to destroy Judith, and we're going to be able to hit them for 9. We are going to probably lose Vraska doing so, but that is completely fine. Oh, okay, so they got to destroy the Planeswalker. So they're only going to be taking 2 damage, and realistically, yeah, we're losing Vraska. So we're going to all-out attack. We have the Eldest Reborn and Chainer Edicts up. It's unfortunate to lose what we lost, but it is what it is. We're probably going to lose our creature. Nope, okay, so they're going to buff up for Robbie. Alright, so now they're going to be able to take... Not going to be able to take the card. Okay, but we'll be able to make them force. But what I want to do, actually, is all attack... We'll attack Chandra, hoping that they block with Robbie. If they block with Robber the Rich, and then we can Eldest Reborn. Yep, okay, so perfect. Exactly what we wanted to happen. So now we're going to force them to sacrifice Chandra. Next turn, they'll discard a card, and we'll be able to take a creature or Chandra. We'll either go with Rotting Registrar or Chandra. That would be amazing. So that essentially is a 2-turn clock if we have a Registrar out. If we have Chandra out. And that's a lot we can do. On our draw, each opponent discards a card. We're not looking the best right now, but wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, we're 1 mana short Chainer Edict. Take 4. It's not looking good for us. But yeah, we gotta... Yeah, we're gonna take Rotting Registrar back. Or do we take Chandra? Because we can... If we do 4 here... We can do 4 damage to target creature, or... Wait, our graveyard. Or we can grab Rotting Registrar. Converted mana cost 3. You know what? Yeah, Rotting Registrar gets a big creature. It does make us lose stuff. You know what? I'm going to actually go ahead and take Chandra. Go ahead and take Chandra. We can't really play this with power 2 unless it says 4, but we are going to blow up the creature. And then we're going to go ahead and pass. Main reason I'm with Chandra instead of the Rotting Registrar is because it has creatures, and also I don't want to lose what we got going on. And unfortunately, alright, it was unfortunate. We just lost out on our Chainer's Edict. And now they have the Shepherd. It's not good. Alright, looks like we're going to be losing this one. Alright, so if we would have went with Rotting Registrar instead, we would have had a big creature on the board, but they do have a flyer. We're just kind of in a really bad spot, essentially. Everything gets a buff. They play out all their stuff. We're taking a lot of damage. This really has first strike, so we can't block it. Unfortunately, we're just going to have to take some damage. And did not realize, did not do the math. Sometimes you got to do math. And that was today's draft. Well, things happen. It's unfortunate. We were able to get some wins out there, but at the end of the day, the aggro decks just kind of got us. With the not cohesive draft probably hurt, but we were able to pull some things off. Never did get the second sun. Next time, I guess, got to kind of pay attention to what the table is doing more. Anyway, today this was Luna with the Cryptic Commander. We would appreciate it. We can go ahead and check out us over on Facebook. And if you liked what you saw, go ahead and hit that subscription. We would really appreciate it. And if you want to be the first to see the future content, go ahead and hit that bell to get a notification every time we upload new videos. And if you like what you saw, go ahead and like it. We'd really appreciate it. Like I said, go ahead and check us out on Facebook, The Cryptic Commander, here at YouTube, The Cryptic Commander. And then anywhere you listen to your podcast, check out The Cryptic Commander Podcast. And we would appreciate it if you could check out our subsidiary group over at the Magic the Gathering Player Group. Anyway, this is Luna with Matt with Cryptic Commander. And y'all have a wonderful day.